Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about what it was like traveling to London with a chronic illness, being in a wheelchair with IV supplies, IV fluids, and medications, and our first full day in London. If you haven't seen one of my latest videos, I posted a video that we were robbed, and we unfortunately got robbed in Rome. So all the footage I had filmed in London, like every single thing, was stolen because it was on a hard drive. So I no longer had it on my phone, so I don't have really any footage from London, unfortunately. However, I have been able to recover pictures and I've been able to recover Instagram video clips, so I have that, but I really wanted to share anyways. Even regardless of the footage, I really want to share that it is possible traveling with chronic illness, and I want to share it all with you guys. So let's just head straight into this video. But before we do, don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button down below. First things first, to start off, our vacation began on Friday, June 21st, 2019. We were so excited. We did not get a lot of sleep the whole week before our trip. Our flight was at 7:30 p.m. It was going to be a 10-hour flight on Norwegian Airlines. So we definitely made sure we would have enough time to get to the airport and get through security and get to our gate in plenty of time, and that's what we did. So a family friend of ours who was awesome came with us to the airport so he could drive our van back home so we wouldn't have to pay the ridiculous airport parking fees, which was really a blessing, honestly, and we're very thankful for him. Yeah, so we arrived to the airport and we were so excited and we unloaded everything. And then we were off. We went to the Norwegian desk where they proceeded to check us in, as well as weighing our luggage and carry-ons. And something me and my mom were really worried about was the carry-ons being over the weight limit, because we had 3 different suitcase carry-ons and those all had medical supplies and medications in them, and we were really nervous like we would have to pay a fee, or me and my mom were at least, but we found out they actually waive that. They waive the fee if it's medical equipment or medications, which is really nice to know and really helpful. So on our way to get in the line for security, me and my mom saw the departure board and it said our flight number, Norwegian Air, 7:30 p.m. to London. We about like fell over and screamed. That's how excited we were. But going through security in a wheelchair can be a little overwhelming and a little overstimulating, and I never experienced that before. I have always had such a breeze, and I cried going through security, and I can go more in detail into that in another video, but I basically got really overstimulated and really anxious, and you know, that's what happened. That was my reality in that moment, and it might sound overdramatic, but I've learned to not be ashamed about it. That's just how my mind worked in that moment. So I got through security finally. We were able to get all the medications through, all the IV supplies, everything, and our carry-ons, everything we were able to get through. Security actually only took us a total of 45 minutes, which is actually really fast. As a medically complex person with lots of medical supplies and medications and in a wheelchair. So after we got out of security, we walked to a little cafeteria area that was in our terminal, like in the area. We had, I think it was umami burger or something like that, and it was not good. It was just, the food at this place was not very good, but me and my brothers could care less. We were just excited that we were going to Europe, and I took my evening meds there as well. And then we made our way to our gate, and once we got to our gate, we actually found out that our gate was level with the airfield. And once we got to the gate, and once they started letting everyone board, first we actually went in a bus. I was able to get in it first as a wheelchair user, and it was wheelchair accessible, and I really appreciated that. And then the bus went across the airfield a little bit to a little building. It wasn't that big. You just open the doors and you walk in, and there's an elevator right here, and then there's like steps to a ramp to get up, and the second floor is where you go through the tunnel to get on the plane. So we did, and we got on the plane. and we are so excited. So this clip I'm going to show you is actually of a video I sent to my sister, so if there's Sissy in there at all, that is why. Hi Sissy, we're about to take off. Joshie, say hi to Laura.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Mommy, say hi.
Hello.
We're about to take off. We'll tell you when we land. And once we took off, oh my gosh, we were able to see like so many variations of how the sky looked. Like when we first took off, the sky was blue with clouds, and then there was a beautiful sunset, and then later on in the flight we got to see the sunrise, and it was bright red. I didn't get a picture of that, but that was super cool, and it just felt like the flight was never going to end because we were so excited. But alas, it finally ended, and we landed in London at 2:30 p.m. London time at London Gatwick Airport. At this point, we were really tired, but something that we kept hearing on the flight, we just heard this beep occasionally, and we're like, that sounds like an IV pump, but it's not our IV pump because those, one, are off, and two, all the batteries are out of them, so it can't be our beep. And like, we heard it the whole flight on and off. It was really weird. It was weird. But we got off the plane and we got our luggage, still hearing the beep. Walk one way, beep, beep. Walk the other way, beep, beep. And then after me convincing my mom to look to see if it was one of our pumps, it was. I forgot to take the batteries out of one of them. So that was on the whole flight, which was really funny. That gave us a good laugh. But after that, we turned it off. And after that, we went to customs, which they literally just asked, do you have any hard substances or cocaine? And we're like, no. They're like, okay, you're good to go. Like, it was very weird, but I was like, okay, you know what? It's okay. And then we went to passport control, where you just get your passport stamped. They make sure that you're a legitimate person. And then we were on an adventure to find the train in the airport. Holy moly, guys. That was stressful, but we found the right train and we got on, and once we were on the train, it was actually quite relaxing, thankfully, and we finally got to the train station called St. Pancras, and I kept misreading it as Pancreas, so if I had the footage, I have a feeling that at some point I definitely said St. Pancreas. But yeah, I kept saying that and thinking that St. Pancras, that's what it is, not pancreas. But by this point, we got off the train. We were all exhausted and just like not in good moods. Not that we weren't excited, we were just so tired and so jet lagged. So we finally, at this point, it was like 4 in the afternoon, 4 or 5, and we were starving, so we were able to find a place called Sausage Burger, and they had really good food, and that helped so much. That helped a lot, but we were definitely still very tired, and after we ate, we went on our way to find the place where we were staying. So we walked, well, I rolled there with all of our luggage and stuff, and finally we got to where we were staying, and it was so cute inside. I loved it. Our home away host, which home away is just like Airbnb, and was so nice, and she welcomed us there. She gave us a tour of the place, how everything worked, and it was super nice. And yeah, and once she left, we all crashed hard, and I think I crashed really hard, and it scared me and my parents how hard I crashed. We thought I genuinely would not be able to do much that day or week. We were all very nervous because once I got there,
oh, sorry.
It's okay, I was shaking so bad from head to toe. It was horrible. I just was freezing and I could not get warm no matter how many blankets were on me. I felt disgusting. I felt horrible. I felt tired, like more than tired. I felt like just utterly horrible. And a plan we hatched before we got to London was to access me as soon as possible when we were in London to get a bag of IV fluids, and that helped tremendously. I think that is one of the biggest reasons, that and rest and pacing myself, that I was able to actually experience a lot in London. So I'm grateful we had that plan. By the next morning, I felt a lot better. We all like hit the pillow and were instantly asleep. We went to bed at like 7 p.m. London time and woke up at like 3:30, 4 a.m. fully rested because like we got a full 8 hours. So yeah, it was just so surreal to be there. And since we woke up so early, we were able to go sightseeing a little bit earlier than the crowds would. So we were able to go to a few different places, including Buckingham Palace, and it just made it so magical that we were able to be there that early. But I just realized this video is taking way longer than I thought it was going to, so I'm actually going to split this in half. So this is going to be the end of this video of my travel day, and then the next videos will be about London. I am going to film it right after this video, so don't worry, it will be up pretty soon.